So AH seems to flat out admit why she accused JD in a bombshell piece of recording that is now making the rounds once again. And the reason that she says this, by the way, is that she thought she was going to be evicted. She thought her friends were going to be evicted. So, quote, "No, I thought that too. They told me 21 days. That is part of why I accused you of doing that." Doing what? Yeah, doing what indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. I'm going to play this for you. Then we're going to talk about the accusations themselves. Oh man, this stuff is crazy.
Foster had proposed that I leave, not proposed, I'm sorry, said I would have to leave. I'd be kicked out, be evicted. So Rock and Josh and everybody evicted within 21 days.
No, but I told you. Last time we spoke, I told you that you were fine. You stay there 2, 3, 4 months, whatever. Just figure it out. We'll figure it out. You stay there. You be.
I thought that too.
That be in your home.
21 days.
Be in your home.
No, I thought that too. And no, they told me 21 days. That is part of why I excused the disconnect.
Now, if an admission like that seems too far-fetched for you, well, you know what? There were other admissions in those first few months as well. In fact, when she produced a blackmail letter with her lawyer, she actually threw everyone under the bus. That includes herself because she panicked. That's why she included the DV stuff, the RO stuff. We'll look at that letter in just a second. But these are text messages where she does this. She's slim, so she's sending that. She's sending this to JD. Listen to what she has to say here. Just confirm that cover letter, again, we'll look at that in just a moment, is completely private, has nothing to do with any public record. And I only included the DV RO stuff. Now, this hasn't happened, by the way. She hasn't gone out and gotten a restraining order yet. Essentially, she tells him, you have 4 days to comply with what I want or else. So she's saying the only reason I added that stuff in was because I called the lawyer when the cops were here. I didn't know what to do, why to do, what was happening, was scared. But that letter is private. So again, she throws everyone under the bus. She's saying, I put this stuff in there, because I panicked. She's telling you flat out, I made this stuff up because I knew if I didn't do something in there, I was in trouble. And unless you file as well, which I guess opens us up to the press possibly catching it as they seemingly have missed this one, at least right now, then it can be revoked any time. So she's telling him, hey, you can make this stuff disappear. If you file separately as well, it's the same thing as far as being revoked is concerned, but requires both of our signatures and is a brand new filed public doc for the record. So if you keep it quiet, you just give me what I want, which we heard about what that was in the courtroom, I can make all of this go away. If you file, though, if you fight me, all of this is going to go public. At least that's my understanding of it. And I confirmed with my lawyer the quickly part, etc. you mentioned in the letter between our lawyers, including the deadline for a response from them. That wasn't something I said or I asked for, even noticed, and isn't mandatory at all. We can take as long or as quick as we want. And I love this statement right here. I mean, this is probably the most telling thing. Or we can do and undo this. So they can either go forward with this or they can undo it all. Yeah, that's someone fleeing the relationship. You know what? We can stay around each other if we want. Yeah, admissions everywhere. Now that quote-unquote cover letter that she was referring to, by the way, I think it's more apt to call this a blackmail letter. A lot of people refer to it that way. That includes myself. This is the first time that not only she, but anyone has ever uttered the words DV along with JD. You never had the two connected before. She brings up 3 claims in this, and by the end of the year, she's going to balloon that. And well, by 2022, it's going to balloon to countless ones. I mean, it is absolutely insane. But listen to this. This is the first time it comes up. Please be advised that our firm has filed a petition for the dissolution of marriage on behalf of AH. As you may be aware, your client and AH's husband, JD, violently attacked and threatened AH on Saturday night, May 21st, in their penthouse apartment, we're going to say on the Eastern Columbia building. There were several witnesses to this particular incident, and there are photographs depicting property damage JD caused, as well as the physical injuries he inflicted on AH. Unfortunately, this is not the first incident of DV perpetrated by JD against AH. In fact, there have been 2 other incidents in the past 6 months. Although AH is afraid of JD, she strongly insists that we do everything possible to keep this personal matter out of the media spotlight, which is why she has not yet stopped her DVTRO and why we did not arrange to have Johnny personally served at last night's movie premiere. Again, you see the threat in there, and that threat, it is very much a threat. If you don't want us to ruin you publicly, yeah, you just need to go along. Now, she wishes to work quickly towards a private and agreeable solution on all matters, but she will need JD's immediate cooperation to do so. You notice, immediate here. This, by the way, it was drafted on May 23rd. To this end, please have JD promptly sign and return by Friday, May 27th. So 4 days from then. They want him to sign things. Otherwise, they're going to try to ruin him. The enclosed notice and acknowledgement of receipt form confirming, you got all of this. You basically agree with that. If the requested notice is not signed and the original executed form is not returned to me by May 27th, we will have no alternative but to arrange for JD to be personally served. In addition, we are requesting on AH's behalf the following. Look what they want here. They want support. They wanted $50,000 a month, never ending. They didn't put an end date on it. Basically, $600,000 a year in perpetuity. You're going to pay that forever. Exclusive use and possession of the black Range Rover, the vehicle she is currently driving. What's funny is in UK 2020, by the way, she said she didn't have a vehicle. Basically, he kept her under lock and key with JD to continue to make all payments for the encumbrance they are on. So you got to upkeep that thing. You got to keep everything going, probably gas as well. Exclusive use and possession of the Eastern Columbia penthouses 1, 3, and 5. So she wants 3 penthouses from him. These are $1 million plus penthouses. One of them is around $2 million. The other one, $1 to $2 million. So you're talking about a lot of money there. With him, he's going to continue to pay mortgage, utilities, everything associated with that. So he's going to have to upkeep that stuff forever too. A contribution towards her reasonable and necessary attorney fees in the amount of $100,000 and $25,000 for forensic accounting costs. So this is very much a blackmail letter. We will accuse you. We will accuse you openly. We will ruin you. In fact, we could have done that, but we didn't. You better pay us this stuff. You better agree in 4 days or else. They tell you. Further, I believe it would be beneficial for all those in this case was assigned to a private, retired judiciary officer for all purposes. My proposed list of private retired judicial officers is as follows. The fees for the judicial officer can be paid with funds from the party's community estate. Kindly let me know what you're going to do with this, etc., etc., etc. We are indeed hopeful that we can swiftly work out mutually acceptable short and long-term solutions outside of the public eye. Again, this is very much a threat here. They've admitted why this threat exists. They've said that many times, but even more than that, they've admitted that this threat, it is not real.